Greetings, YouTube pipe community. It's Wednesday evening, just past the hour of 2200. No, excuse me, 2000. I've been discharged from the Navy too long. Okay, it's 8:04, guys. Anyway, I had a really good day today. Had a good day at work. Got a lot of things done. And it is so good to kick back in my knockoff Lazy Boy recliner down in the bunker. And tonight, in the Airone rusticated bent billiard made by our good friends at Savinelli, I am smoking Peterson Irish Cask. St. Patrick's Day's coming up. And I'm not Irish, but my wife is 150% Irish. So that makes my son at least half Irish. So I'm in an Irish family. I guess you could say I'm an honorary Irishman. But I don't know why this is called Peterson Irish Cask. I'll have to look that up. I know it's got Virginia and it's got Perique that's been specially treated in sherry oak casks. But I don't know where the Irish comes in. But I'll buy it. And it's going down really good too. Such a good smoke. Anyway, the reason I'm so happy tonight is I want to give a shout out to smokingpipes.com. They really came through for me. If you watched one of my previous videos, I bought a Peterson XL315 system pipe with an ebony finish. I'll put the link to the video in the bucket down below. And I really enjoyed smoking the pipe. Really nice smoker, right out of the box. Filled it up to the brim with tobacco. Smoked straight way to the bottom. Didn't have to break it in. However, the ebony finish, which is like a micro finish on the outside of the briar bowl, blistered. And let me know if you've ever had a similar experience like that. And it really made the handsome pipe that it was, it made it look quite ugly because it's like it had leprosy. It had this big blister on the side of it, and it didn't look right. But when I looked at it online, I was really intrigued by the black, solid black finish of the pipe. It's nice and glossy, and it looked really pretty, and that's why I bought it. So I wrote to smokingpipes.com, and they said, okay, send it in. We want to look at it. I sent it in, I think Friday last week. Cost me about $8 and change to send it in. Didn't hear back from them. So yesterday I emailed them and say, hey, what's the deal? And they said, well, we got a lot of returns from International Pipe Smoking Day. A lot of people ordered pipes and they returned them, and we got a backlog of returns. However, today I got an email from them saying, we received your pipe, we looked at it, and we don't know exactly what happened. but you have a complete refund. And, refund of the cost of the pipe, refund of the sales tax, of course, and let us know any money you spent to send it in. And we will give you either an account credit or we will cut you a check. And I said, well, that's great. I still want a Peterson system pipe. So what did I do? Yesterday, even before I got the email today, I went online and I picked out an exact replica of the pipe, with the exception that it's not an ebony finish pipe. It's a rusticated finish. Now that wasn't my first choice. What I would have wanted was a nice polished briar pipe, not rusticated. But I couldn't find one, and all they had was a rusticated XL315 P-lip model pipe, which is exactly like the pipe that I bought, but it didn't have the ebony finish. It had a rusticated finish, and I said, fine. That's the pipe I want. And it was cheaper, too. It was like about $10 cheaper. So they credited my account, and when I went to check out after putting the pipe in the shopping cart and all that, I still had about $10, $11 or so to spend. So what did I do? I said, well, I'm going to get some tobacco, but what tobacco should I get? I don't know. You know what I got? I got some Haunted Bookshop. I mean, I've been hearing all about it, since that was Match's 860's favorite blend and everything like that. And I guess it just got my curiosity and everything like that. And of course, I've heard a lot of people saying how strong it is and how they can't handle it. But I said, what the heck? I'll smoke it at 7 o'clock on Friday night and maybe share that time with you guys. Or, I'm not into live feeds yet. I've got a little bit of a learning curve in that regard. But if anybody else has got a live feed, I think, and it's during that time, during John's time at 7, p.m. on Friday, then I'll check in with my new Peterson and some Haunted Bookshop. How's that sound? Yeah. Sounds pretty good. So what else? Last night, here's a good one. So I've been doing the keto diet for about about coming up on 6 months now, and I think I mentioned in a previous video, I think on my Saturday video, that that I quit taking Lipitor, which was prescribed for me back about 7 or 8 years ago because I did have high cholesterol, and it knocked down my cholesterol, everything like that. But I've heard, you hear so many things about, I mean, who wants to take drugs if you don't have to? But I heard a lot of anecdotal evidence based on other people in the keto diet that it does regulate your cholesterol. And who would think, I get up in the morning and I eat bacon and eggs, and it's not just bacon and eggs. I mean, I cook the bacon and I got a nice pool of grease, bacon grease, in the pan, and that's what I fry my eggs in. I call them deep fried scrambled eggs. I cook them in the bacon grease, and I load that all onto the plate and I eat that pretty much just about every other morning during the week. And of course, the medical community is going to say that's not good for you. They're going to say that clogs your arteries and everything like that. But I stopped based on the anecdotal reports of other people that have been on the keto diet saying that they got really good cholesterol readings, that they're not taking statins and everything like that. So what did I do? I'd say about a month back, I stopped taking Lipitor. I just said I want to see what's going on. So I stopped taking Lipitor, and as I reported on on my Saturday morning uh, um, YouTube report, um, I went and got my blood drawn. I had a script from my doctor to get my cholesterol, and not just cholesterol, but a comprehensive panel of all that stuff, like my prostate, my liver, you know. Oh yeah, speaking of liver, I'm having a drink. I'm having some uh, Kentucky bourbon and some carbonated. What do you call it? Perino Italian mineral water that's naturally carbonated. It's really good. Goes together good. Yeah, so good. Anyway, my liver enzymes are okay. Um, and my cholesterol numbers came out beautiful. My cholesterol is well below 200. Um, he had nothing bad to say. He called me the next day as soon as he got the lab report. Nothing bad to say. My prostate thing looks good. Cholesterol looks good. Blood sugar, blah blah blah, all that stuff. He didn't say, well, you got to look out for this, and I want to keep an eye on this and that. Nope, everything's looking good. And it was a cell phone message, so I didn't get all the details. But I'm going to call him tomorrow, and I want to get all the numbers, and I want to get the range, the ranges that are supposed to be, what you're supposed, where you're supposed to be, and all that. Yep, I'm really psyched about this, and I just love it because, my God, I eat steak every other night, or some kind of meat, pork chops. I've had chicken fried in lard. Get a block of lard and just, you know, fry it down in the pan and put in, chicken with nothing else on it and just fry it in the lard. And that's it. Just no carbohydrates, fat, protein, very few carbohydrates. And it's what most people, or most people in the keto community would call dirty keto. It's not like you're trying to say, oh, well, I'm just going to have olive oil and, ooh, I'm not going to eat any saturated fat and very lean cuts of meat. No, I eat big marbled cuts of steak, caveman style, and it's all good. Why? Well, here's the reason why. As one doctor, the doctor from Tennessee, I can't remember his name right away, but he's in YouTube. He says it's an ancestral correct diet, and that this is the way human beings have been eating for millions of years. So here we are, Anno Domini. We're so refined and so intelligent, and you shouldn't be eating that, you know? Bullshit. Eat an ancestral correct diet. Go carnivore. And, just try it out. If it's not for you, fine. But um, I love it. And I don't plan on, and don't get me wrong, I love potatoes. I love rice and everything like that. And occasionally I will partake in it. As a matter of fact, this morning I went to my favorite diner and they make the most excellent hash browns. Go to Reedy's restaurant in Portsmouth, Rhode Island. Uh, they have hash browns to die for, and so that's a big carb treat. And I had that this morning. There's another thing that Reedy's makes that's really good. Charisse hash. Now that's really good. And I go in there, and very reasonable, $7.50 you get Sharice hash, hash browns, 2 eggs any way you want them. I get them over easy. Toast with butter and coffee. And I usually treat myself that to once a week because I got to take my son in to school at 6:30 in the morning on Wednesday morning, so I can get there really early, and I've got the time to do that. But yeah, that was my treat today. I carved out on the hash browns and the Sharice hash and the toast with marmalade. Let's see, there was something else I was going to say, and I can't remember what it was. But mm, good day, good pipe. It's going down good. When I get done with this video and this pipe, I'm going to go up and I'm going to have myself a USDA Prime, which is the top 3% of beef sold in the United States. USDA Prime sirloin strip steak. Mm-hmm. It's good for you. When was the last time you heard that? So, I've got my mom's Zippo lighter. I don't know if you can see this. This belonged to my mother. My dad bought my mother this lighter, and it's the glare is probably knocking it out. But it's the USS Essex CVS 9, which was the first Essex, of course, Essex class carrier, and he was stationed on that ship in the early 60s. They went down to the Bay of Pigs um, under Kennedy's command as commander in chief. From Quonset Point, Rhode Island, which was a naval air station, uh, which was shuttered due to the BRAC, closings when they close military bases, the BRAC Commission in Congress. But I grew up in North Kingstown, Rhode Island, and my dad was stationed in the Navy, and we lived just outside of Quonset Point, first in Wickford, and then later in northern North Kingstown, right outside the base. And I grew up there, and being a Navy brat, I had an ID card, and I used to hang out in the Quonset Navy base, and it was a great way to grow up, man. They had the bowling alley, swimming pool in the summertime, and in the wintertime, there was an indoor heated pool. The indoor heated pool was had an aircraft crash simulator. It was like this big ski ramp that went down into the pool, and it was like at a cockpit that it went down into the pool and then it flipped over. And if you were a pilot, you had to learn how to escape from a submerged, crashed airplane. Fun, fun, fun. But even in the wintertime, we could go there and swim. They had a bowling alley, snack bar, movie theater, 25 cents to see movies. Every night they had a movie. And they were regular run films too. Saw the James Bond, Sean Connery, 007 movies there. Great times. Used to climb the water towers when I got older. And over in the barracks, they had Coke machines stocked with beer. Just like a Coke machine with cans, only Schaefer, Budweiser, Pabst Blue Ribbon, and Schlitz. And I think Schlitz was my favorite brand at the time. And I was 14, 15, and I just sneak in there, and for 35 cents, you could bang that thing and get a can of beer, and when nobody was looking. Great times. Mm. So I'm looking forward to my new rusticated Peterson XL315 system pipe with the P-lip and the haunted bookshop. Mm. Here's what I wanted to talk about that I almost forgot. A while back, I did a video when I was cooking brisket, and I was remarking about how rough a time I was having with the well, I bought three different Kentucky dark fired tobaccos. I think I bought Orlick Dark Strong Kentucky. I bought John Cotton's Double Press Kentucky, and I also bought McBaron's HH Kentucky something. Anyway, it was a dark, strong Kentucky blend. Um, and it ripped my mouth apart. And I said, "Oh, this is not for me." And I think I was watching. I was watching 2 a.m. Pipe on the Patio with Onion, and he was smoking some dark, strong Kentucky, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, this is good." Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It separates the men from the boys, and he was saying how good it was. And then the next day he was talking. He was saying, "Oh boy, I got a tongue bite." So anyway, I had a nice steak dinner a couple of nights back, and I said I'm going to try that dark strong Kentucky again, the McBaron's, and I really liked it. It went down good after a good heavy meal. It goes down good. It really does. But I tried the same thing last night after having a strip steak, and I remember thinking, mm, "This is good." A while later, I started getting tongue bite, and I don't know if you've had the same experience as I have, but it's good. You're getting the tongue bite, but you keep on smoking. So today was not a good day. Early in the day, because I had some bad tongue bite. I had, oh man, there was a fire extinguisher that put out tongue bite. Boy, I needed that. So I'm going to be careful with that tobacco. It's got to be something you got to. I thought Perique was bad, but now, I can deal with Perique pretty well. But Dark Strong Kentucky, not for the faint of heart. I think that's it for now. I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for watching, especially if you watched through to the end. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Um, if you're local, let me know if you want to meet up. And God bless each and every one of you. This is Peter Piper saying, speak the truth and seek the light. God bless you, folks. Bye-bye.